Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by TireOutlet.com. Wholesale prices, premium service.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it.
Oh, yeah. I had a tremendously non-athletic moment before we exchanged concepts and rationalizations on Saturday that left my son in stitches, but has left me in a little bit of pain.
Like figurative stitches, not real stitches.
Correct.
Yeah.
I was we went out Saturday early, and we were tossing the baseball around because he's shifting from, football season to baseball, and we really haven't done much
his pants.
with baseball. So we wanted to go throw a little bit, and I'll say, I'll go throw with you. So we're out there throwing, and he threw one a little high. So I wish you had the video, Beef. So I went up to get it, and it kind of went off my glove. Probably used that Hicken vertical. Mm-hmm. Let's not kid ourselves. I didn't get off the ground, but I felt like I skied for it. And I turned back this way with my left arm, my glove
athletic.
hand, reaching back and crossed my legs, and then start rolling, falling down.
Ouch.
And so I'm falling backwards, but I'm
Were there people around?
No. And I went about 10 steps, boom, 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 on my way down before I landed. And I just heard this guttural laugh from my 13-year-old.
Sure, as would I.
Yes, who enjoyed that so much. I didn't want to say anything, of course, but later, my dad was like, gosh, my ribs are sore.
Yeah. Some will be, you'll take a shower tomorrow, and you're going to have a big, purple splotch on the side of the rib cage.
A little brittle there,
The bottom line is no one was there to see it, so it didn't really happen, and that's not embarrassing at all. If the 13-year-old is the only one that saw it, then just ground him, and that'll take care of things. All right, let's start today's 10-minute drill, shall we?
Let's go.
Yeah, the Jags have the week off. We'll have plenty of subject matter on them as we move through this Monday morning, but this is what I took from Green Bay, New England last night. All right, this is what I took. The old, it's the Jimmies and Joes, not the X's and O's, doesn't apply to Bill Belichick, who somehow has a team that couldn't stop Blake Bortles, now 6-2, and having stopped Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes in the last month. Tom Brady is the GOAT, and Aaron Rodgers is not making the claim himself. All that don't know football.
Okay.
Your thoughts on New England's turnaround?
Yes.
And what they seem to be separating from the – I know Kansas City's awesome. I know Pittsburgh's hot.
Yeah.
Give me
Chargers.
Tom and Bill again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They found a formula that works, and their consistent excellence is really one to marvel at. It is unfathomable how good they have been for so many years, and here they are again now with 6 wins in a row, 7-2, haven't lost at home in 10 games. Just the streaks that pile up are incredible. I, like you, like to put things in Jaguar perspective when I watch other games, and this is how I know that quarterback-wise there might be a little bit of a concern. You know how I know you can't be in the upper half of the NFL in quarterbacks? Because right now Aaron Rodgers is rated 12th in the NFL, and Tom Brady is rated 13th. Both those guys are not having MVP-type seasons. Some of the young guys have made their way to the top, and that would be the Mahomes of the world and the Goffs of the world and the Wentzes of the world and the $84 million man. And so all of a sudden, we're down there with all the rookies.
I tell you
and
what,
Marcus Mariota. So that's where we rank in terms of the passing game. But yeah, it's listen, give the Patriots all the credit in the
it's hard to believe
world.
that team that left here and then went and got blown out by Detroit has rallied. And
Listen,
it's Belichick putting Cordell
exactly.
Patterson at
That's
running
what I was
back.
going to say.
Coming out
and by the way,
it's him.
He looks like Cordero.
Looks natural.
I always say it's Cordero.
Yeah.
Cordero Patterson looks like he can be a really good NFL running back. I didn't realize he's 220 pounds, and he explodes into that hole. And I mean, he is a tough hombre.
Why is Belichick the only one that can recognize, all right, here's this cat that's been playing in these other places. He's great in the return game, punt and kick.
He's a
great
playmaker. I got to get him the ball more.
Right. Not our guys.
Yeah.
Not the rest of the league.
By the way,
let's just run it up the middle.
By the way, we don't really have
an athlete.
We need receivers, but you know what? You might be a better running back. So let's put you back there. It's just
that's amazing.
The way he fiddles with stuff, it's incredible.
But there are a variety, Cam Newton's having a heck of a year very quietly.
Cam Newton's having a heck of a year.
Matt Ryan is having a better year than the year he won the MVP.
Matt Ryan's having
There's
a very
lot
good
of great quarterbacking going on, which
Phillip
makes
Rivers is having an
Phillip
outstanding
Rivers,
year.
Drew Brees, they're
Drew
all.
Brees is having the best year of anyone.
So this notion that you can trot Blake Bortles out year after year and compete with this crew.
Well, here's the problem.
It's ridiculous
Because of the rules and such, your stats better be even better than they have been, and ours aren't. All right, let's move on. That's the AFC. On the NFC, the game of the day clearly was the Saints and the Rams, and a lot of people feel like, look, the NFC South is a great battleground, and the Saints have emerged. This does not look like the team that lost its opener, you'll remember, to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So Drew Brees is the guy who's kind of having the MVP-type season. Do you think, Jeff Prosser, that we will see Saints, Rams, and Chiefs, Patriots in conference championship games? And those would be unbelievable games.
Oh, boy, I don't know if I can go that far yet, only because there's so much season to play. But even assuming everyone stays healthy, I don't know if I'd be willing to get both. Listen, here's the problem, or the reality. In the AFC, I mean, don't look now, but Pittsburgh's playing really good football. The Houston Texans defense has improved, and Deshaun Watson's playing great. And the Chargers at 6-2 seem to be a complete football team. So, look, one of the two in each of those conferences, and I'm in agreement, but to just assume that both of the top two seeds would make it right now, I mean, the NFC, Carolina is a good team. Atlanta, I think when all's said and done, the NFC South may claim 3 spots again. I mean, Atlanta's playing as good as anybody right now. Now, look, you got to continue, obviously, and you're only 4-4, so that'll hurt. But I think there's enough ball left to be played that I can't comfortably just say that those two teams in each conference are headed towards title games. Mm-hmm. I know who's not headed.
Shut up, Chip.
Thank you. I don't know who's not headed towards the title games. That is the Florida Gators after a very disappointing backtracking performance. And I'll tell you what, too. Now, to be fair, SEC's been incredibly overrated all year, and now it's easy to see that all their teams except for Alabama and Georgia have been overranked all year. The Gators were never a top 10 team. LSU was never the third best team in the country. Kentucky in the top 10. That goes to show you how out of whack the rankings have been. So in Gainesville, once you start down that slope, people don't want to jump off the skis. And he benched Felipe quarterbacks for bad play, Felipe Franks at quarterback for bad play, and he put in Kyle Trask. Who do you think starts this Saturday against South Carolina?
Well, Mullen has said he's going to start the guy who gives him the best chance to win. I don't know how he could watch the last 2 weeks and not think he's stuck with Felipe through a lot, through thick and thin. We can go back to the Kentucky game, and we were thinking maybe he should change out. But I think at this point at 6-3 and no big bowl in sight, that Kyle Trask certainly deserves a chance. If you play like you played Saturday, you will not beat South Carolina, by the way, this Saturday. So I would make the switch just to see what Trask can bring to the table and see if Florida can do something. By the way, though, and it's easy to make Felipe Franks the scapegoat, and that's fair. He's been horrible the last 2 weeks, so I get it. But wasn't real thrilled with the game plan either with the offensive genius. I mean, listen, I know Missouri's tough to run on, but you got to at least try. And, yeah, there were guys open, but you got Felipe Franks, and this is what happens. And all of a sudden, Florida is falling victim to these slow starts. Well, you can come back against Vandy. You ain't coming back against Georgia. You're not necessarily coming back, and they didn't come back against Missouri either. So these slow starts, bad defensive play as well. So there's a lot to talk about.
This shouldn't be understated. Missouri sucks. They hadn't won a conference game all year.
0-4 in the conference.
So it's inexcusable to get hammered at home like that by a team like that.
Yeah, does James Blackman provide any kind of if it's stormy weather in Tallahassee? I mean, there's clouds everywhere. It's pouring rain. It's a miserable. You've been in this malaise for a couple months. Does James Blackman provide any sunshine? Is this a guy that you want to go with going towards the future, or is this just another guy to disappoint you again coming up? Because he had a really decent game on Saturday, and what he did is he said, I'm going to throw it up to this 15 cat, and he's going to catch it.
The problem is that it doesn't matter. So, no, I don't feel a big ray of sunshine because he played as good as he could play, and we still got hammered. listen, it's not that Florida, Miami, and FSU all lost on the same weekend for the second time ever. The first time being, I don't know, way back last week. Okay?
Oof.
It's not that. It's that they lost to Duke, Missouri, and NC State. And it's not just that. It's that they lost to Duke, Missouri, and NC State by a combined about 60 points. So, no, there are no rays of sunshine in Tallahassee. James Blackman played all last year. We knew that he was perfectly capable of doing what he did and getting the opportunity to play this week. But it's much too little, much too late if I'm FSU fan. I have checked out on a season that for the first time since the mid-'70s is going to end without a bowl trip. So,
No chance to make the bowl, huh?
no chance. No. They're one game under 500.
You know who their most winnable game is left on their schedule?
Florida?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
You better
Might be.
you better fix some things, or you ain't beating them. By
All
the way.
right, Dan. Word broke this weekend, and we had heard like rumors of this, but look, hindsight's 2020. I didn't hear or see or think anybody would want to deal Dante Fowler Jr. for Teddy Bridgewater straight up. The mistake was not in turning down that trade at the time. The mistake was that the smartest guys in the world chose the wrong quarterback. And that's what it is. At the time, right, that trade didn't make a lot of sense.
No, it made no sense, and because here's why: we need pass rushing.
Correct.
We need to be Saxonville. We've built our team on defense. We had
Committed to Bortles.
right. We had enough confidence that Bortles was going to play the way he played towards the end of the season, and that obviously has not occurred. And again, it's not. Listen, Blake Bortles deserves a great deal of the blame for 3 and 5, but he's not alone. There are others who, 27 not being on the field, the defense not playing near as good as it did one season ago. So there are other factors here at work. But when you look back at it now, you sit there and go, well, maybe that would have been a good trade. You traded Dante Fowler Jr., but you still got a third and a fifth for him anyway. And
no sacks yesterday for Dante. It was typical Dante.
Played a
game.
lot, too.
He just got stoned at the line of scrimmage the whole game. I was watching him.
He had an up and away one on the goal line.
Yeah.
I
will say this also. Let's don't forget this. When that trade was being broached, Dante Fowler Jr. had 8 sacks last year and 2 in the AFC title game.
Yeah.
He was coming off a year that you look like you would expect 6 to 10 sacks from him, especially if he's playing for a contract.
Sure.
And it didn't work out that way. So I was surprised that so many people who now revisionists want to go back and say, well, I don't even know why that story is even being reported, to be honest with you. What is the point of it?
Yeah.
Anybody would have made that deal?
Yeah.
I don't think so. That's the 10-minute drill.
I like it.
We are,
what do we got today, Beef?
Yeah, we need a number, guys. We're giving away a floral arrangement from our friends at Kuhn Flowers.
Right.
Plus,
Yes.
dinner for 2
Oh.
at Sonny's Barbecue in celebration of the grand reopening of their Atlantic Boulevard location.
That's outstanding. Well
we've
done.
eaten there many times in the years.
Many times we've been to that Sonny's.
Give me a number.
What was our guy, Elton? Remember Elton?
Oh, John,
Shout out to Elton.
What if Elton's still there?
Shout out to Elton. He was our
was
waiter all the time.
rocking that perm back in the day.
Yeah,
Nick.
man. Shout
So
out
we'll
to
take
Elton.
caller number
Yeah, I remember Elton.
4.
4 at
There
641
we go.
1010.
4 score and Sonny's a go. All right, we'll come back, see how we did in the Friday 5-pack. Answer, awesome. That and more next.
Better have some Hail to the Chief music. That's all I'm saying.
Still in second, friends. Still in second.